Hello, friends. My name is Brad Beard, owner and winemaker for Mercury Wine, located in beautiful downtown Geyserville, California, in the heart of Alexander Valley, one of the most premier grape growing regions on the planet. Welcome to Happy Hour with Brad, where my brother Grady and I, we drink some wine, we have some fun, but most of all, we dispense some information.
Yes, most of all, we dispense fascinating,
I
insightful
think I
information.
jinxed myself about
You did.
forgetting my lines.
You
I
did.
practiced that like 1,000 times last
Easily.
year.
You've only done 500 of these so far.
I know. One of these days I'll get it right.
You will. And that's the exciting thing. People tune in to see if you're going to hit it exactly on note every time.
I know.
Mom is crying at home because she's like, oh.
I know. Did you let her know that we were doing a show tonight?
I did.
Right.
I clued her in. So
Hey,
she's
Mom.
not going to watch Jeopardy. She's going to watch us.
Awesome.
And that's saying a lot.
That's fantastic. So, Grady, we got all sorts of great things going on.
We do.
Actually, we saw all of our good friends a lot earlier than normal.
Yes.
Because we have the barrel tasting. That's why we're here tonight. That's why we did it earlier in the month, our
Yep.
happy hour early in the month, because we have our barrel tasting this week. What
do
is barrel tasting? What is going on there? What is happening?
So we're going to pull samples straight from the barrel and put them right into your mouth with a thief.
Okay. I don't have a thief. And we're not in the barrel room right now.
No, we're not. But if we
or
were, that's what would happen. But this weekend, we're going to pour you delicious barrel
I
samples.
brought barrel samples.
You did?
I did.
Thank
I did.
the Lord. I was
I
really
did
worried
bring
because
some
it'd be a
barrel
really
samples.
weird show if there were no barrel
Oh
samples.
my God! I kind of like the height of our new table. I don't know if anybody noticed.
We are on
If
Brad's
you
sexy
are in
harvest
Northern
table.
California right now, the winds are about 47 miles an hour.
So if my hair is
And-
over there.
And for those of us, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I know we have a lot of people in Minnesota and in the Northeast, but we're freezing to death with this wild 60 degrees and wind thing happening here.
Crazy cold.
So we moved over to a different area on
Yeah.
our fancy new patio.
Yep.
Got leaves,
we got
tables, all
jasmine.
sorts of stuff like that. So that's why we've changed our location, and because our studio audience, as things are getting better in the world, our studio
Applause sign.
audience.
Applause sign. Very nice. Boy, they are trainable with enough wine.
Oh my God, it's amazing!
It's amazing what wine will do for
Wine
people.
with the food and wine, and everything is going to be great. So we do have a whole bunch of our great friends in the studio audience. So they're here. They get to be super VIP tonight because
Yep.
they get to be the first people to taste along with these.
Other than
barrel
Brad,
samples. Yeah.
tasting these barrel samples straight from the
I
barrel.
tasted what? Grady got to taste it earlier today.
No, I didn't. I wasn't here. Was I here all day?
I needed you to be on board with
I
our
did
with our
be on
with what
board
we're
with
going to
the
be
tasting
saying.
notes
I
and
know.
stuff and
Just in
stuff.
case I was missing something that was explosive.
Right.
What if
would pick that out.
or if we didn't call it cabby cab cabbers and he zins in?
That's right.
What would we possibly do with that?
How
So we
could we
needed
do it?
Grady's opinion on the taste notes, and he was able to pull out some different flavors that I didn't taste.
So I think our taste notes are spot on for this. We're gonna have such a good
Well,
2 weekends of
we've
fun.
we've got a whole bunch of people here that are going to be the judges of that.
Yes,
so
to see if Brad's barrel samples are
we-
up to
we
enough.
do, and then Danny is with us today. So Man on
Yay,
the Street
Danny!
is coming back tonight.
Man on the street. Man on the
I know.
street.
You know, we,
Two camera shoot, kids.
a couple of months ago when you abandoned us, Danny
I
stepped
did.
in, and so screen time got more screen time than he'd ever
It was
gotten. It's very
fantastic.
exciting.
I was watching from my little bungalow in Pago Pago.
I know, it's so nice.
It was a lot of fun.
Sorry, you got me distracted. Next,
Sorry.
I might not be here for the next show.
What?
I know.
Do you have something to do?
No, we're going to be going on location.
What?
So we might be having a grape on the street interview.
A grape
for
on the
our
street?
show. So I
I
might be
cannot
I
wait.
might be in the vineyards while you're here hanging on to things.
So I'll do this part, and you'll be in the
Yes,
vineyards.
I know. I'll be looking at the grapes because apparently I've heard that our grapes have not only the buds are budding, but we actually have fruit setting, which is incredibly early,
Way early.
this
Scary
year.
early.
But I was just saying maybe we'll get extra hang time.
That would be great. Or we could have
'Cause-
a late frost and destroy it all.
Boo, frost! bad Mother Nature.
Yes.
Bad.
Well, but again, remember we did have that early harvest a couple of years ago, and things were spectacular.
I think that we've had smoky harvest, we've had hot harvest 2015,
Super hot.
end of a drought. Last year we absolutely were rolling into a drought, and so we didn't have a lot of the juice was all bound up in the pulp last year, so that was interesting. But then the flavors were absolutely fantastic. Actually, speaking of smoky, we have the 2020 Bastard that we're going to be tasting today. So this was born of our very smoky year. We'll see if anybody can detect it. I can't detect it. But let's go. Let's talk about some of the barrel tasting wine.
The new barrel tasting.
Yeah, let's start with the Bastard. Screen Time's going to pour some folks a little Bastard, and we can talk. We can sniff it. We can swirl it. We can. Oh wow, that's amazing!
Wow, right out the gate there, dude.
All right, I'm going to get serious.
Okay,
I've been having a lot of fun, but it is serious, to talk about these wines because this is what's coming. This is what our future is going to be.
Yep.
And the thing about barrel tasting is you're tasting wines that aren't quite ready. And so what I think the appeal for barrel tasting is for most people is that you get to try wines that maybe need 6 months, a year or more of aging in the barrel. And then those wines might need bottle aging, and you get kind of like you're lifting the curtain just a little bit, so you're seeing a little bit behind the scenes on why is this wine absolutely fantastic now, but it's not as amazing as the one that is that I'm selling right now. And so we're gonna be running through some wines that are a little bit younger than we typically would show around here, and let you under the curtain on what we have to think about when the wine isn't quite the perfect wine.
Right.
Because believe it or not, they don't start out the day they get pressed
as
absolutely perfect wine. There's a lot of things that go in there. So the Bastard, anybody who's watching is a friend of mine, I'm sure. The Bastard is our Malbec-based blend. And last year we did, the Malbec was 95% Malbec and 5% Merlot. At this moment,
that's kind of the blend you're working on?
That is the same blend. The Merlot gives you a beautiful richness to tame all that really big fruit.
Yeah.
So right now, there's a hint of cream. The cream comes from the newer oak. That the cream and vanilla to me are interchangeable. So you got a little bit of that, but you've got some pretty not really intense, but really striking cherry and striking plum.
The plum really comes through on the nose.
And then all of that just is right onto the palate as well. And when I talk about wines that are balanced and ready to go, so this wine is bolder, it's younger. So you have that really intense cherry, you have a big plum.
Yep.
I'm getting a little bit of spice right before the finish, and then the finish is not long or silky or velvety.
Not yet.
It's very abrupt.
It is a touch
abrupt. And so those are the things that are going to happen. So that cherry and the plum are going to integrate together as this wine sits in the barrel for at least until August of this year. And that's going to help bring that cherry and plum to be, instead of a jagged point, it's going to be a nice little cushier ride, I guess, down the palate. I'm also getting a little bit of tannin that I think is interrupting, and then the finish is very quick. So the barrel aging is going to help all those things come together, and then you put it all back together into the bottle. And then depending on the type of grape, it needs either 2 or 3 months of bottle aging or 6 months of bottle aging, or something like the Messenger, which is we let go for over a year.
Yep, because we're still on the 16 Messenger here in the tasting room.
That's our current release, and probably at the end of the month is we're getting low on the 16 Messenger. Not low, but low. So we will be moving to the 17 here very shortly.
Super exciting.
But the 16 is tasting fantastic. So big plums. Oh, I'm getting, actually, as this wine's opening up in my glass, a little more creaminess, and it's all about that vanilla. Is a high note.
Comes at the back end.
Some sort of spice running around in the mid palate, and then just a really strong cherry finish.
Because the 19 Bastard that we're currently showing has that spice in there.
Oh, we're going to be able to talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, we'll even talk about that later too. Fantastic.
And what we neat about the Bastard is that they're very close vintages together to where they only get 4 or 5 months of
Right.
bottle aging before they come out. So we're going to be able to taste the 19 and the 20
Right
one
next
after
to
another.
bam, bam. Love how that happens.
But if we're talking about barrel tasting, I don't think there's been a year that we haven't done the Messenger. So
no, I don't
screen
think so.
time, we're going to be doing the Messenger next on
Woohoo.
barrel tasting sample. Thank you very much.
Barrel tasting. Goodbye, you tasty bastard.
So the blend has been very similar for the last couple of years, but we've also made the transition from a dominant Dry Creek Cabernet to an Alexander Valley Cabernet, and so we were pretty stable with 95%, and then a little splash of Petit
2.5,
Verdot.
2.5.
And it kind of went back and forth a little bit.
Yep.
But this year, when I was making the blend, we've got 8% Petit Verdot in there.
Wow.
So it's 90% Cabernet, 8% Petit Verdot, and we finished the rest of it off with the Cabernet Franc.
Wow.
And I really think that it's really quite fantastic. And
I am super excited
get
to
into
try that one. I'm going to clean my palate with a little bit of cheese.
Oh, nice.
Hey, see?
Cheese palettes provided by Anna. She's done
Thank
fantastic.
you, Anna. Beautiful
Thank you,
cheese
Anna.
platter.
You get a cheese platter. You get a cheese platter. You get some cab over there.
Guess how
Very
much tax
nice.
you're going to have to pay?
A lot.
A lot.
So, we are in the heart of Alexander Valley. We're in Northern California, especially Alexander Valley, Cabernet, Chardonnay, the two king grapes, and they deservedly so. I enjoy Petit Verdot and the Cab Franc and all these other beautiful varietals that grow here, but there's no doubt that even Napa can grow some pretty spectacular Cabernet grapes, and this to me is
Thank
what
you, Peanut Gallery.
this is what Northern California is all about. I'm just not going to ruin it with an amazing amount of oak and over extraction and release it too early. That's their problem, not mine. But
already you can already smell it.
Hopefully everybody got some of this. When you're digging in here, to me, it just screams Cabernet. It's Anna called them violets or violets. I can't remember but it's violets. Cabernet is known for its violets. Whether they're violets. Now it's hate speech. I don't know what's going on. But we've got beautiful, incredible violets, which brings this floral character to it, and an incredibly dominant cherry on the nose.
Oh yeah.
2019, so it's getting close to its 2 years in the barrel. It's going to go another easily 8 months or so. This should come out sometime or be bottled by sometime at the end of the year.
Knock on wood, glass
And
people, we're talking to you.
And so all those violets and those cherries should be becoming more integrated.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, this just smells like what I would envision.
Beautiful Cabernet should
Yes.
be. The nose leads you down that primrose path so beautifully, even in this younger state.
Well, there's primroses and violets. Okay, sounds fantastic.
And they're having a knife fight out behind us here.
Mid palate, dark cherry is really taking over.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice a bit of oak there. Obviously, this is on
3 years,
mainly just 2 right now. It'll go 3. Mainly, it's on French. There's a smidgen of American in there as well, and we've been upping our game with at least the American is an Icon American, and our French barrels are just absolutely fantastic right now. And that's what's also, if you can get the vanilla, that's also that nice bit of vanilla that you're getting on the finish, and the finish is mainly just oak right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Because the oak is doing everything in its power to protect the wine and integrate. And this is why I age it longer, not necessarily in oak, but so that the oak can go in there, protect the wine, give it structure, help things out. And then that's going to give me my long ageability to this wine. And so right now I'm missing out on cherries and subtlety and nuance on the end of this wine. I am all about the subtlety and nuance. This wine, bright, but guess what? It's tasting fantastic. Actually, Danny, do you want to see? Let's see. Anybody enjoy? JJ, are you ready for some man on the street? Let's see if anybody's enjoying this Cabernet. Oh, you're about to do food? Well, you better make this one a quick one.
All right.
Are we on? Well, hello, everybody. Man on the street here. Say hi, everybody. You're on camera.
Hey!
All right.
Worldwide.
So,
Might even be terrestrial.
you guys obviously tried the barrel samples. What do we think?
Excellent.
Always.
Yay!
Okay.
There'll be a little something extra in your box
Bastard
this
is
evening.
great. The bastard is great, Brian Lilly says.
This is amazing. Yeah, love this one.
Wait to buy the 2019 Messenger.
Buy more cases, all right? Make room in your car.
Wow.
I love the bastard and messenger. I already bought half a case. I mean,
Okay, there we go. Straight from
All right.
the mouths here.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Danny. Sure appreciate that.
Danny, nice job.
All
All
right.
That was awesome.
You would think we might have put a couple hooks in the audience, but I
You would think.
this is legit stuff right here.
This is totally unbiased, fresh off of their palate.
Oh my lord,
Totally just their opinion.
that is fantastic. I have to agree with them.
I do have to agree with
this
that. It's
Cabernet-
spectacular.
I don't drink young Cabernets. I like them
Right.
to be well aged. That's why I
Right.
well age mine for you.
Yep.
Right now, this thing just it's fun. It is not as interesting as it will be. It's not
But
as complex as it will be. Right
barrel
now,
tasting is supposed to entice you
It is.
to get excited about the
But
wine,
it is.
and I'm excited about this
it
wine.
is great.
Even though we won't be showing it in the tasting room for maybe 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Because if we're just coming on to the 17s,
Well, it also depends. You know, the wine will tell me
always the wine always tells you whether
know,
to bottle it or not.
if it's tasting fantastic, ready to go.
Yep.
You know, a couple times this year, because we finally do have some back vintages of our Cabernet.
Finally,
I would love to do a couple of weekends where it's just all about the
oh,
cab,
Brad,
and we can pull out some of our back vintages like the 14
Yes.
and the 15.
15,
But then we have our current 16, and then maybe bring out the 17 and even the 18, just so
maybe
that people can see the through path, because it really is quite extraordinary.
Brad, we're going to have to make that an event. We're going to have to tell people. You're going to have to watch your emails because we should do that
I know.
on a special weekend where you could try 14, because the 14 is like off the chain. 15, 16, 17, and
18
18.
off the chain. Yeah,
Off
I
the
mean we
chain.
could do it. I mean,
Not
I
explosive.
just tasted the 18 because that finally got bottled for all the use all the use
All the use.
all the use
All
that,
I use.
that folk got that
out
last
there.
year's barrel tasting stuff. I couldn't get it ready. Okay, we didn't have the
Stupid
glass, and Grady wouldn't let
Stupid
me.
glass.
Grady would not let me bottle it in
No,
regular glass.
and who wants a
So-
regular claret bottle?
It was gonna
Boring.
be.
So boring.
It was gonna be just like 2020.
Right.
Ruined everything.
Ruined everything. So, but then we'd have to have broken castles and stuff on the front and everything.
Castles. All right. So anyway, yes, be looking for that in your emails. I really want to show people the evolution of these two cabs, and especially because we have Dry Creek and Alexander Valley now.
Fun dichotomy.
Yeah, and my gosh, I think we talked about it during harvest, but our cab situation is great right now.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, and we've got some really fun things coming up. I'm not going to. We'll talk
All
about
right,
that
we'll
later.
talk about that later.
All right.
Yes.
Let's get into what's next. So we
What's
had.
that, tell me?
All right. Actually, let's see if it opened up.
Let's see.
Ow! Violent violets.
Violet.
Easy.
Back.
Easy.
Back.
But beautiful floral. Beautiful violets.
Mm.
Dare I say there's a little bit of number 2 pencil in there, a little bit of cedar, a little graphite. I wasn't.
I don't know. That could be an HB.
I
not sure if
wasn't.
that's really number
I'm going to
2, sir.
defer to Anna on that because as we were tasting these earlier today, because I used to let them taste these things before we bring them out. She was
such a
telling me that
delightful
she was getting that, and
taskmaster.
absolutely, even though obviously we didn't barrel age these in cedar, but another beautiful flavor characteristic of Cabernet and Cabernet Franc is they'll bring out a cedar character or a
Mhm.
little bit of graphite, that number 2 lead. We've all eaten
Yum.
those when we were kids
Yum.
back in the thing. And
Uh-oh.
Anna said yum yum, even though she didn't put it on her thing. But all right, we're doing this just like a normal barrel tasting,
That's right.
where we're going to have you guys taste the barrels first, and then we're going to go back into the white wines, and then we'll go back into the reds.
And
So we're
taste the
gonna
reds again.
we're gonna reset our palate here,
Reset the palate.
and we're gonna try the brand new rosé, which
Ah.
I know I freaked a lot of you guys out. Because I was freaked out last year with all of our juice being bound up in the pulp, and I wasn't able to make my rosé identically to the last couple of years.
However,
That's good. That is really
It is good.
That
It
is
is
really,
really good.
good right now.
for a young, out of the barrel
If
hootenanny,
I'm looking for young and fruity Cabernet, that's the one for me.
too bad you're already married.
Dang it! So
Damn it. Well, he's not even here right now, so you can say anything you want.
I was gonna say dried up raisins come to mind, but whatever. It's good.
God bless
Don't
America,
let him. Don't
dude.
let him rewatch this. Don't let
No,
him.
do not let him on YouTube tonight.
Hey,
What do you got in your
look,
hand
we
there,
have the new
Rockstar?
2021 rosé, which I didn't know was coming, but I did tell you a couple of weeks ago, or at the end of harvest,
Thank you, sir.
that I had ditched all my classic
Yep.
rosé plans because I was getting no juice off the shaker table because, like I was saying, it was all bound up in the pulp this last year.
So
And
you played with the blend just a scotch.
so the blend is a lot different, and I had to go buy some new stuff. I'm sorry, I just got a little distracted that one of my best friends was just walking by with an armful of food
Oh
for
my
our
God.
guests, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
had like 7 plates. He was like,
Were you a waiter at one time, sir?
"All right."
Nice.
I
Thank you,
tell you
Grandma.
what, he was Stephen, very nice,
Thank you,
very nice.
Grandma Stephen.
And actually, we might need to have him filmed as he's coming down with his next armload of stuff, because what
time.
we'll do is we'll jinx him.
That's
and
right.
Then
and then the food will
there's
be on
going
the
to be
ground.
then Freddie's going to
and
get
then
in his
Freddie will have
way.
the best time of
All
his
right, so
entire
JJ,
life.
be watching for Stephen coming with all the
Goodbye,
with all the stuff.
Joe.
Bye, Joe Ramazzotti. Very
Peace out, Rockstar. We'll
very
see you tomorrow
nice.
for a crazy day. Bye, Norma.
Bye, Norma. All right, good God, it's always a good time around here.
There's always something cool happening.
Well, it is
at
barrel
Mercury.
tasting tomorrow. That is
Yes.
for sure. Oh, there
Oh,
he
wait.
is.
All
Oh,
right,
he's got
switch it.
switching
Get
to
the-
our
get the
viewer
man.
cam. All right.
Show that.
Wow.
My God.
If there's
Not
any
only-
problems, Stephen will take care of the dry cleaning. Well, anyway, so we're back to our brand new ones, and this
Yay.
line to me it's been very special to me. You guys know that I make fantastic Cabernets, beautiful GSMs, all sorts of wonderful wines, but rosé is the one. If I'm going to do it right, if I'm going to make a classic Loire Southern French style rosé, which is the benchmark of rosé. I do Southern Italian and Southern Spanish, but this is the one that gives me the most angst because it has to be perfect. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to hide in this wine. And so we weren't getting any, now that we're going back to things, we weren't getting any juice off the shaker table. That was the base for this for the last 3 years. So we had to make it specifically, and which is fine. But that meant I had to go out and find some more grapes, purchase some more grapes to make this specific to it. And I got really lucky. I got some absolutely fantastic Cabernet Franc. This is Cabernet Franc base.
Yep.
We got some Zinfandel in there. We got
Malbec.
some Sangiovese. Is there Sangiovese
No
in here?
Sangiovese
No, it's
last year.
Dolcetto. Is there Dolcetto in here?
No Dolcetto.
Did I just tell people what's in there and I forgot?
It's Malbec and Petit Syrah is the other two they're pulling
There's
up the back
Dolcetto
end.
too, and some Sangiovese. It was a small amount, but it is
don't
there.
watch. He's lying. He's crazy. There's none Dolcetto
No, it
in
doesn't
there.
matter. It's called. There's
It's just
called rosé.
it's
So I
just
can.
called rosé. We can put anything in there that Brad wants to.
But you obviously have been loving this wine. We sell out of it. We had to stop selling it for a couple months just so we can
thanks,
keep it for
Aaron.
most of the
Buying
year.
it all.
So, what is a Southern French style rosé? We're supposed to have some beautiful minerally flavors. We're supposed to have some delicate notes, some easy nuance. Speaking about easy and nuance.
Oh,
Oh, come on in.
Sunday morning.
Exactly.
Hi, everybody.
Way to go, Easy
All
E.
right.
Look
Yes,
at that.
thank you.
Danny.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we have some fancy lasagna from
Where's it from?
Catelli's.
Catelli.
Wow.
Yay.
Is that in Geyserville?
It is right down the street.
Wow.
Yes.
Right on
That
the
is
price, right on the
fantastic.
corner.
So we have some garlic bread and some unique salad. This salad has a tomato base with red wine vinegar.
What?
It's unique, it's interesting, it's different, and I like it. So here we have one for you, and then Grady, if you notice,
I noticed there's no salad for
there's
Grady.
there's this much salad.
Just enough to
You
pretend
know?
like my mom feels like I'm getting some fiber this week.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you, Danny.
So,
You're the best.
uh, everybody else in the audience is enjoying. You
Yay!
guys do as well.
All right.
And then we're going to
sounds
pair it
good.
with the Elite Classique starting off.
Well, beautiful.
Maybe
I'll pour
that-
myself some.
Maybe
then.
that
Well, you
crazy
should definitely
salad
do
will
that.
go. We
Thank
better
you.
probably with the Reds, but we'll see what happens here. All right. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Sure appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Homestyle.
All
You're
Way
the
to
best.
go.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy.
All right, let me see. I was
this looks
talking about
ridiculous.
southern France,
Right.
minerally,
Schmancy, minerally.
Oh, that's right, fantastic rosés.
Yeah,
And
rosé.
so this, it's a benchmark for me to do something like this. And so, full panic attack when Mother Nature did not give me the things that the tools I've been working with before. I think we're okay here.
I think you're right.
The last one it had a dominating watermelon
Mhm.
flavor. There's watermelon in here, but right now this is still very young. That's why we're selling this on pre-release for the ridiculous price of I don't know whatever the hell it is.
Something
Somebody's
ridiculous.
seen it. It's way too inexpensive,
but only
that
for
it
Cool
should be.
Club members.
but still there is a something about apples.
Mhm.
There is. I get a hint of cherry. Anna and JJ are more on the honeydew side of things.
Uh-huh.
And then on that minerally note on the nose and the back is where the watermelon's hanging out. It's hanging out back there. It's coming. It's just not as dominant because of the Cabernet Franc. The Cabernet Franc, I wasn't able to squeeze enough watermelon flavor out of.
it.
But I think we're still in the same genre here.
The genre is exactly, or the genre, as
And maybe
Alex Trebek
one
said.
shade lighter than last year.
But boy, we're really splitting hairs here. The flavor, the style, everything about it just screams Lee
Wow.
Classique. It's
Very
really
nice.
good.
So, for those of you that are buying this right now, we're not going to probably show this in the tasting room. We're going to show it for this weekend for the pre-sale. I believe this wine's got about a month and a half
To really
before it
start
really starts,
expressing itself
shining.
again.
And of course, we'll go the rest of the year. But for a just recently bottled, we're on the rosé right now.
Lee Classique all day.
But then if if they want reds for their food, then the red's fine too. So whatever you guys want back
whatever
there.
you want.
But I'm going to go for this
But I'm gonna check
crazy
it out,
salad dressing.
man.
You got to check out that
All
salad
right, I'll
dressing.
try the gosh darn salad. God bless America.
Oh,
Actually, that's not bad for salad.
as I've never had this salad dressing from them before, and I've eaten their 1,000 or 2,000
Or at least a
times.
million times, right?
I love it. It's absolutely fantastic.
It is.
It might be a little
surprise.
might be a little much for the
Okay.
rosé, but we'll see.
Let's see.
Because there's a lot of balsamic in there. There's some tomato.
You know what? The Lee Classique kind of balances it out just a scotch. I actually like the salad.
Wow. Someone postmarked that, JJ, at 5:28 and 33 seconds. We're going to keep that for future
Grady
reference.
said he actually likes salad.
I think
Unbelievable.
they actually balance. I think that
between the two, they play.
I'm going to
nicely
say it's a nice pairing. It is very nice.
Yep.
I was getting ready for the big reds for the
Sure.
with this heavy balsamic
Right.
vinegar. We've got the big red sauce on top of the fancy pasta, and then
Mm-hmm.
those notes. And so I think that's all right. So I'm gonna get off the rosé really quickly. It's a beautiful
The rosé
rosé.
says thank you.
It's absolutely fantastic. It usually says, "Get off me, Pappy! You're crushing my smokes." But this rosé is perfect right now. Fantastic. I'm going to say in a month or so,
When we
it's
start
going to have
filling it
all
here
of
at
the
tasting room.
it's going to have all of those wonderful flavors
Super
coming out
exciting.
in that bit of watermelon. And then I know that Danny's really busy, but we have one of my the husband of one of my rosé critics that is somebody who might want to beat me with a stick if the rosé is not good. Even though our man on the street's not working, is the rosé passable? All right, we got an It's Good.
We'll take that. We'll take
I will
that.
take it. Absolutely take It's Good on the rosé.
Yay! We got an I like
All
it.
right. All right.
Thank you, sir.
So I can jump into the pasta. I'm going to zip through the Viognier pretty
All right,
quickly.
let's crank
All right.
out this Viognier.
Wait a minute,
brother.
Grady. We serve rosé before a white wine. How can that be?
How can that be?
Well, it can be because the Viognier is bigger than the rosé.
It is.
by
It's a
far.
monster.
Viogniers
monster this
are a medium weight white wine, and this one, I didn't say explosive, but absolutely has some incredible intensity to it.
It
so,
builds.
So we've got definitely something in the jasmine running up on top. We've got pears, and then I'm thinking that we have I called them baking or warming spices, but Anna wasn't quite sure about that. In what her description would be, instead of the baking or warming spices, would be a dried orange rind going in there.
I see that.
And then here's where because I was tasting Grady, separately from them, and he said that there was some citrus notes in there. I was definitely getting more of the pears and the apples in that stuff. But but he said lemon, and I wasn't quite sure about lemon, but a general citrus for sure. And if not, like a dried orange rind.
Dried orange, like those dry, the ones you use for cocktail making with all the cool kids. What they're doing these days.
We'll use our big words. Is it not desiccant, but desiccate? Desiccated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, we have such educated people in our
Thank the Lord
in our audience. It's fantastic. So a dried rind where you have maybe a little bitterness from the pith. You've got that oily, still intense citrus flavor still going on.
But it is in the citrus family for sure.
So I'm definitely Anna. Do you have anything else to say about the Viognier? She has a mouthful of Viognier. Says nope. That's all she has to say is that she's got a mouthful of it.
And it's not the best descriptor. You're just drinking. You're loving. You're enjoying.
So, to me, though, this wine is where I was saying the rosé totally going to be fantastic in the next 1 to 2 months. This Viognier, as we're all tasting out there, we have that jasmine or honeysuckle. We have that intense desiccated orange rind. We've got what I would call warming spices, and we've got all those flavors haven't come together yet. And so what I would look for in this wine in a classic French style would be all those things are elegant, and one moving right into the other very nicely, and it all makes sense. I find it very choppy.
But
and
that's because it's young.
But I just had, but to double check it, we're sold out of the 2020 Viognier.
Sorry,
but I drank a bottle, so that's one of the reasons. But I wanted to see where that one was at compared where this one is now. And so, because they are very similar, this one for me, 3 to 4 months. For me, Viognier it needs that extra bit of time, and so really I think I want to start selling this somewhere in September because it has that richness, it has those warming spices. And so as we get out of this beautiful spring and we're going into summer, what I want is more of the Sauv Blancs and the rosés, where this one I would hang on to for the end of summer and into fall.
Just in time for the blending party, which happens to be on September 24th this year.
Oh my gosh, we have things going on?
We do. So if you haven't already put in your reservation, you better do it now because it's already filling up.
We are halfway sold out, and the only people that know about it are you guys.
Just the cool people. Just the cool people.
For the blending party, absolutely. Thank you for bringing me back into things that are really important. So get on the wait list. It's obviously it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have tons of fun. But a couple things that are coming up really quickly here.
Oh yeah, we have some deadlines.
We do. We have the Brad and Jim show. That's where I cook some food, and we do some virtual food and wine pairings with you guys. We get you the recipes, and you can sit down and have dinner with Jim Ricard, my good buddy up the street, and myself, and he's going to be starting us off. But the deadline to get tickets for that is the 9th.
The 9th.
And then his show is on the
first dinner with Brad and Jim is March 20th, right?
No.
No.
I don't know. Anna's going to have to jump in. March 20th. Okay, so that's with Jim. March 20th, and then I'm
Second.
April 3rd.
April
okay, so
3rd,
then I'm
yeah.
April 3rd. So I'll be running over there, and Jim's going to try to wow me with all of his amazing wines and his great food pairings. Then I'm going to do the same thing
Still
back.
a few tickets available,
It's,
so check online
but
for that.
but we'll be done on the 9th for sure. Soup Kitchen's coming up. That's April
Soup
16th.
Kitchen. Yep, to relieve your tax anxiety. Right after tax day, Brad's going to make some amazing soup that will soothe your soul, and we're
love
going to
my
pay
soul
your
soup.
sales tax on all sales
What?
that day. I know. That's crazy.
But if you join up and get tickets, are you going to get anything back for your tickets?
I think if you buy tickets, you get some left bank bucks,
so.
and you can actually turn those bucks into like free wine for yourself.
$20 or the $5 coupon, so that'd be
Nice.
4 of them.
Four
so
of
4 coupons to make your make the wines even less expensive.
Even less expensive.
And those are, of course, all of those things are on top if you're club members of Jim Ricard or myself.
Exactly.
Or there are people that's all
Yes.
on top. So those are some pretty good sales for that time of year.
Especially if you like made a bundle in NFTs this year, your
Oh
tax bundle, your tax burden
Oh
is
my
like
God.
cray cray, and your Ethereum is up, but you didn't make really money.
I think I bought a bogus NFT.
Oh, dude! You should have asked me. I would have told you
know.
not to buy any NFT that didn't have Freddie on it.
I got a gorilla with a banana, and
Okay, that's good. Those bored apes
I
are
thought
huge
I
right
thought
now.
it was worth $9.95, but I think it's only worth about 50.
You didn't buy a bored ape. You bought an excited ape. Unfortunately, excited apes
Oh,
are down.
I didn't know this.
Yes,
I didn't
bored
know
apes,
this.
they're still up there. They're like 14 or 15 each, dude.
Oh, so he's bored. It's better. All right, there we go.
You got to have a bored ape. And a cool cat. Cool cats are hip.
Mm.
The milk didn't work, though. The milk didn't really come out, unfortunately. But the cool cats are still doing well. When are we going to have a Freddy NFT? Should do that. Who wouldn't want a Freddy NFT?
Hey, JJ, would you isolate a few of Freddie shots when he's in our shows, and we could probably get millions
Oh, at least $1 million a JPEG. I'm talking 100 ETH.
for a
for
Freddie
every
shot
Freddy.
of him getting a little nibble of cheese.
And we just put them on the blockchain, and you're the owner, and no one could ever copy that by
I love me
right-clicking, ever.
love me some blockchains.
Do love that blockchain.
All right. I guess we're getting into the
We're getting into the reds.
We're getting into the
We're
reds.
going back
We've
to
got-
the bastard.
We've got some foods that should.
Thanks, Danny.
All right. So now we've got wines that we know. Now we have wines that we know are absolutely fantastic. They've been well barrel aged. They've been perfectly bottle aged.
Perfectly bottled.
And why do we know this? Because I said they're fantastic. We've released them,
Well, that's
and now we've got some great food to pair them along with. But so, do you remember what we said about the bastard? Probably not.
A little bit.
Was it dirty? Was it old? Or was it young?
It
and
had a
vibrant?
little spiciness. It
There
was
was
a
some
little
spicy?
brighter.
Brighter.
Now the current bastard that we're showing is a little more restrained.
Did you get some already?
You did. You poured it. I know. That's what
Aye,
happens.
aye, aye, Speedy.
You're on fire, dude.
Oh, all I get is an integrated nose.
Oh my God.
I think that the actually I was trying to be an idiot about it, but it so is.
It really
So
is.
here's the deal. This is the difference. This is a wine ready to go. This is a wine.
This is a wine
So
that's had the
we have those
bottle
wonderful
condition.
cherries. We have those wonderful plums. We have
Yep.
that wonderful vanilla. All those things are happening, but they're
all
not.
wrapping together.
They're all like in the right order, and they all make sense.
And like you said, they're integrated. They're all the flavors. It's not very sharp between each flavor profile. They smooth themselves together.
all fantastic.
And then when you have spectacular food like this,
Mm.
OMG.
Wow.
Hang on to your NFTs, kids.
Wow.
We're going in.
All right, the finish
19
long,
bastard.
wonderful silkiness.
Mhm.
And I believe that this one is dang near the identical blend. There's
Yes, sir.
5% Merlot in there.
Same blend.
It was the percentage that worked. I tried a little more. I tried a little less. It seems
Didn't
right.
work.
If I need to adjust it by a percentage or two, it'll be
Well,
right
that's
before
part
I
of the
bottle,
fun.
I'll do it. But obviously, I'm only doing it to make it taste better.
But at this point, the blend is the same.
Wow.
But what a difference a couple years make.
The plums are just,
Wild.
yeah.
They're
wild
out of
plum.
control.
Oh my God, it's a
The
wild plum.
plum's gone wild.
No orchard
Hey?
here.
He's like, yeah.
No orchard
wild.
here. It is all wild plums. Yes.
But the neat thing about the new one that
Ready
you
to
just
go.
tried, there's spicy that you see, you can find. The spicy really expresses itself right on the mid palate, Are you looking?
Oh,
Are you
no,
looking
that
for a
wasn't
bottle
it.
opener?
Oh, there they are.
It's in my pocket here. Oh, your reading glasses. What the hell? I was really wondering what's going on there, kid.
So I want to double check some things here. Make sure this was the messenger.
just to see what Grady put
I
on the
just-
label this year.
I just wanted to see what's happening out there in the audience. Make sure everything's going okay out there.
Everything is going.
All right. Yes, I what I do on this side is 2 and then 2.5 on this side, so my brain really doesn't know what's going on. So I blend my focusing like I blend my wine.
Nice.
All right. Next up is the cab. I'm thinking the cab's going to go great
Oh
with
my God,
this.
we're at
I
the cab
think
already? Bring it
I'm
in
actually kind of excited about it with the toasted bread, personally.
Mhm.
But so this is the 2016.
We're
so
still in the 16
this is
vintage,
the
yes.
Dry Creek 2016 Messenger. This is where we have 95% Cabernet and
2.5.
about that of each of the
2.5 Cap
of
Franc.
the Cab Franc and Petit Verdot.
Yes, sir. So you say toasty bread first.
I think so.
I think you're right because some of that beautiful toasty barrel note totally comes out on this bad dog.
Toasted bread with gutter garlic, Parmesan.
Is there anything better in life? Honestly, no. Oh yeah. When you add the messenger to it, that's better.
Yeah.
The toasty plays so beautifully with those rich cherry notes. Wow.
And again, just like the Bastard, all of the things that are intense and maybe what I would consider disjointed, other people, no joke, a nice young fruity wine that has maybe
Right.
tannins that aren't quite integrated. There's
Sure.
nothing wrong with it. It's
No,
fantastic.
not at all. They're
Those are
great.
my favorite pizza wines because the acid's a little high, the fruit's all gonna join nicely. But when I'm looking for
An
elegant, subtle
elegant cab.
wines that have everything that you want, this is it, and I would say the pinnacle again of
So now we're moved on to the cab. Yay. Yay.
wow, screen time, so
Well, the
hungry.
problem is, everybody's like, I have no wine. Ah. And I don't blame you, because that's what I would say.
It's well, all of you guys know what the cab of mine tastes like, what the messenger is. This is no exception.
The 16 is showing
Uh,
beautifully right now.
the
just
violence
beautifully.
has subsided with the violets.
The violence is down.
The violence is way down.
Way down.
15% year over year.
Every year, use 15% of violence.
Quite
Good-
amazing.
that's
Quite
dude,
amazing.
If everybody
The-
else can get onto that. that'd be
The
great.
cherries, the dark cherries and the plums are all this just wonderful,
Oh my God.
elegant, flowing husband.
Damn him. What?
Oh my God!
I know. Sir, who would call you in the middle of a show?
Who's calling me
Who
on the
would call
5
you in the middle of the show?
510?
And Brad's phone is actually our countdown timer to how much time we have.
But you know, I don't do these shows often enough to turn the dang sound
God
off.
bless it. Now YouTube
Yep.
is going to cut us off because of the
No, that's a
stupid-
parody.
Oh, it's a
It's a
parody.
parody.
It's a parody.
Carol Baskin.
Dude,
Gilbert,
whoever this is,
husband,
they are
Black.
super excited.
So, if any of our really good friends
So,
in
Mom,
Oakland,
should I call this after the show?
It's Oakland.
Oh, it's
Oakland
Oakland.
is
Okay.
calling me to see
Okay,
what's going
Mom,
on.
you can relax. It wasn't you.
All right, Tom, and all of our other good friends in Oakland, stop calling
Stop
during
calling.
the show.
We're in the middle of the show here.
Yes, this is live. This is not Memorex, but
But
dang
we
it, this
do
is
have reduced
fantastic.
bias.
And actually, you know, everybody started getting freaked out because we are getting a little bit lower on this
We are.
messenger.
Yep.
And we're going to be
And the
going to the
17 is
17.
coming. How exciting! I can't wait to try that. I don't even remember the 17 at this point. It's been
I
so
know.
long.
Should we try some?
What? Are you that crazy? Would
Let's-
you open a
well,
17 right
I-
now
I can't-
in
well-
front of all these people?
No way.
Do it! Do it! Do
Screen
it!
time, get
Do
me a
it!
seven.
Do
someone-
it! Do it! Where is the
17
17?
messenger. It's
The very far left
no,
corner.
it's on
Go
the
way in the back. Way in the far left corner.
It's the second bay window.
All right, so anybody on chat, Anna has run to help Danny find the
Yeah.
17.
It is. It's on the
Wow,
window
dude,
between us and the
You're
rest of the audience.
cray-cray.
Well, you know what's? We need to see if it's ready to be released.
That's
here.
right, because we've been drinking the 16.
What if it's not? And you
Oh my
haven't had the
God.
17.
What if the 17 is like that crazy one that took like the father from 09 that took like 8 years to
You're going
finally
to bring
come to itself?
people. Why do you want to traumatize these people?
Well, if they have a 9, you should drink it now.
The nines
This
are tasting
tastes
fantastic. I know. Well, that's what happens.
Wow, this is exciting.
I
I
think
wasn't expecting that tonight.
I wasn't expecting it either.
I love when you get a wild hair. That's super
That
fun
was a
for
lot of
everybody.
unexpectations, but
I know.
I know this is absolutely beautiful.
The 16
I'm
is
really
drinking
excited, and the
gorgeous.
reason why I kind of want to taste the 17 right now is because that was our vintage when we went from Dry Creek to Alexander Valley.
Oh, right, the switchover. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
How exciting is that?
I see exactly where you're at.
I know.
16
Those
Dry Creek.
dirty, no good, unbelievably crummy Dry Creek. Hopefully you've got a.
Did you bring a? Is that a wine key in your
2017
pocket, or you just
Messenger
tapping it?
Oh
Reason.
look! The really cool thing would be a wine key.
You don't have a wine key? What is wrong with you guys? Come on, use your teeth.
I don't have a wine key.
Do you have
bless
a?
it.
Do you have a
Normally-
hard-soled shoe?
I do have a hard-soled shoe. We could
JJ.
totally open it right against this.
Is that a wine key over there?
Oh, hey.
Oh no, that's a press.
God, we're gonna make you work for it.
Oh man.
What? Thank you, Stephen. Christ on a crutch.
Megan the
dude.
Stallion would have a problem with this one.
Really? We have like 400 wine keys, not 5 steps away.
But here's the thing: sometimes people are in the wilderness
That's
and
right.
they have
and
a
you
bottle
still
of
have
wine,
to open your
and
wine.
all you've got is your Swiss Army knife. So here we
Yeah,
are.
That certainly works.
Somebody's Swiss Army knife is still very sharp, so I'm going to be careful here. We'll see if we can get it out. If it goes horribly wrong, we'll edit this, I'm sure.
I don't want it to be like Dan Aykroyd pretending he's like the
What was he doing?
The French chef when he cut his artery, and there's like blood gouting everywhere. Dude, see what's happening here? He has his wine between his legs. So for all of you who are about to taste it, you are so extra lucky tonight. He pulled it out. Unbelievable, folks. You saw it here first.
That's,
He pulled it right from between his
that
legs.
was amazing.
Fantastic.
That,
I can't wait to try that one.
it was as good for me as it was for you.
I bet it was, because
That
I was
was-
feeling it over here,
That was
brother.
a full 33 seconds.
That was
of tugging.
33 seconds of tug.
Wow.
Mom, please turn the feed off right now. Just turn the feed off right now.
Can we warn her? Is she in her time zone?
It's too late. She's already seen it because it's 5-second time delay. It's all done.
Oh, no.
So, 17 messages.
I know. Wow. Oh,
Thank you.
the people need some juice.
Oh, the people. The people have spoken. Poi poi.
I say
Enjoy the juice.
I say give them cake.
Are you not entertained? Thank you. I have circuses coming right behind the bread. The delicious, perfectly toasted bread from Catelli's.
Wow, all right.
Holy smokes, Brad.
Some-
This wine is.
There's something
the
going on.
smell is unbelievable. All right, first time, kids, the 17. If you have this at home from your futures,
The futures people would have it.
I know a futures person
That is a fact.
who may have snuck a serendipitous bottle every so often. Well, the nose
All right.
reminds me a lot of the 16. It's got some
All
of that
right.
beautiful cherry action going on.
Oh, it came back. See, if you set it free, it
Wait,
does come back.
Now we have 2. Mine.
Wait a minute.
and
There's
Brad's.
2 bottles going?
Nice. Nice. Now what are we going to do?
All right. I think that all right, you were talking about the nose.
Rich, luxurious.
It smells pretty cabby to me.
Mhm.
That would be a driving cherry, driving
Violent,
less
violent violets.
less violent violets.
They're very
The-
restrained at this point.
The violets are definitely running around in there. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit of a more of a vintage nose
Ooh,
versus the 16.
Interesting. Because that was the funny thing between the 16 and the 18 Freddy Cuvée. The 16 had more of that vintage kind of European.
Whereas this one didn't.
Where the
but now the
16 did not.
17
But the 17, I didn't really notice that up front, but it definitely does.
Oh wow. The oak is so you got beautiful cherries.
Yep.
You got an intensity of cherries. You got some
Yep.
nice plums.
Yep.
But here's where this oak isn't settled down yet.
Even
so
in
even
17.
in the mid palate, I'm getting the oak is sort of driving it,
Right.
and I'm not getting a lot of subtlety and nuance in the mid palate. So this one's still showing very youthful.
Surprisingly
to me.
young for something that was a 17, and that was bottled 3 years ago.
How many fingers you got?
I got 5.
18, 19, 20, 21.
This one doesn't work because of Hades. Thank you, guys. Right. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what?
It's absolutely
I really
fantastic.
love the
No,
palate.
it's there.
The palate
But
keeps that European
it is
smoothness.
to me, this wine is really getting ready to burst.
It is.
You can kind of feel it burbling underneath, where the fruit is just ready to come.
So in a month or two, when we release this,
I
it should be
don't
right
know.
there.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think so. Brad, I'm really
I
excited.
might have to leave it for another
I am
year.
so excited.
I
about
might
the
say this
17.
has to stay back down for another year.
Dude, all right, let's try it with food. I got to see this with food.
Oh, there's the cedar. Little graphite, little number 2.
Dude, try it with lasagna.
All right, still screams.
Stunning.
Here's the deal. Actually, the violets and the cherry are just really tight. As the wine is opening up, we just opened it.
We just opened this sucker.
Just as we were talking, we're starting to develop a little bit the darker flavors. Some of the plum
The nose is coming out.
is coming along. I don't know about your nose, but mine's frozen.
It's not my nose is cold. That's my fingers. My fingers are very cold right now.
Mm.
But the wind is ridiculous today. This is
It
hilarious.
is. You shouldn't have worn a skirt.
I shouldn't have.
Actually, I will tell you, as this wine has opened up in this last few minutes, really fantastic. You said it's been a year since you tasted 17. I had not.
Easily here.
I can't remember when I tasted it last, but it's coming along quite
It's
nicely.
spectacular, dude. And following the 16, I think
Yep.
this is a perfect follow-up for the 16. Because the 16 is
Like
so
that.
refined and has some of those brighter notes that people are,
I think it shows you more Alexander Valley, honestly, even though that's just right in the border of Dry Creek.
right in the
To me,
saddle there.
this is absolutely fantastic. Yum. Beautiful. The
I'm
oak is
excited.
going to need a little bit longer to come around. If we all recall the 15, that one was
It took
that
forever
was
to
my
come around.
big, bold
Monster.
cab on accident,
Monster
and it was
cab.
just because of the vintage. Then 16 came in soft and silky.
Beautiful.
17 seemed to be just
The 17,
starting to
you're
relax.
right.
Just starting to relax.
But it has that
Mhm.
older nose, which is
It's
so.
got a little bit of a vintage.
Which, and I love how wine can play with your head, where it's telling you one thing on the nose,
Mm.
but it tastes completely different on the palate, which is so fun.
I think that your shrink would call that voices.
What? Shut up.
Exactly.
Stop it.
I know.
I'm not going to kill anybody this week.
So
Stop
many.
it.
What's in the little jug?
What little jug?
Oh my God, we got people.
We only have
Begging
we have these
for-
monster jugs. We don't have any little jugs.
Well, believe it or not,
We do have any
in
jugs. Hot
Geyserville,
damn.
we make them in 2 sizes.
We do.
The reason why everybody's asking, because you want, sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't.
And thank you, Anna, for getting people excited about
This
the new
is
vintage.
Anna's doing. We have new glass. Way to go, Anna. She hasn't gotten any of her voice time at all this time. Anna, do you have anything to say to us today? Because everybody's just waiting for you to make at least one comment.
Hear me?
No.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I think we can hear. JJ, can we hear?
JJ, can you hear me?
All
Okay.
right, so we can hear Anna.
I'm just wondering how any of this is because of me. I didn't make the blend, although I love the new blend and encouraged you to show it and talk about it. So
There's where we're at.
Thank you, Anna. You rock.
After 5 minutes of waterboarding, you get the truth. The deal is that I have been holding out. I wanted to get through barrel tasting before we announced that we had a new blend for the jugs. And a lot of you folks that around the country haven't seen our new jug. So we still have a 500. It's not the super cute little mini jug. And we have the Maxi now, which is both flip tops. Better way to seal the wine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, and I don't have to worry about those dang Italians to get me the glass anymore. And so this stuff is in stock. And of course, we're using the Solera style where I'm holding some barrels back, and then we use that as the base to make this. But
the new blend is really good.
we talked about the last blend accidentally getting some Cabernet in there. So how do I take that away from you? How do I then say, okay, this next one doesn't get the cab, and we just go back to the super sad sack of Zinfandel and Syrah without that beautiful backbone of the Cabernet? I'm just joking. They were absolutely fantastic, and those had the backbone.
Excuse
of
me.
Anna's back in.
She's back.
Both
Have we
Dave.
freaked people out?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Both.
No, you're gonna love this.
All right, here we go.
Even better than you've ever expected.
Here we go.
Both David Schwartz and Tim Lundquist say I need a raise. Thank you, guys.
So they said that I should release a new blend every 6 months. I will do that, guys. Absolutely.
Fine.
I'll put
If
a new
you
blend
if
out.
that's what the public wants.
We will do what the public
She'll
wants.
turn her mic on for that.
Well, should we drink this damn thing?
Okay. Do you want the little one or the big one?
I want to try the little guy because I love the 500.
They're the same inside, Grady. Doesn't matter which one.
No,
They're the exact same.
No, because the little guy has a little more intense fruit because it's smaller. They age differently. Thank you. See, they age differently.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
look at
buddy. Look, man, on the street, I wasn't getting those
Brad
screens on,
from
so
this
I
crazy.
come over
Hey,
here.
drink that.
And
There we go. All right, here we go.
Thank you. Oh my God, the new blend. Every new blend I say is the best blend ever, but this next one is truly the best blend ever. I got to try it last week, and it was stunning.
Zin, Syrah, two
Cabernet.
wonderful, juicy wines that give you wonderful richness, not a horrible amount of complexity.
Again,
Needed
fine.
the Petit Verdot or Petit Syrah to give them some complexity.
Yes.
But we've ditched that and gone to Cab.
Love it.
Love
it.
What's kind of exciting about this is there will be a new Mercury Cabernet. I've never done two cabs. There's going to be a new Mercury Cabernet, and actually,
You're just
that's
letting the cat out of the
that's
bag.
the cab that is in here.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know.
We have
very
another
exciting.
cab coming.
I
That's
know.
exciting, but more again later. But
A little bit
Super
younger and fruitier than the last.
Yeah.
You can't just go older and
you
darker.
can't just have.
You got to go younger and fruity if you've done everything on that
that's the
side.
thing.
So
Once you've been around the sun a couple of times, you got to go younger and fruitier.
that's
I see you, sir.
all right, Anna. Since this is the wine that you wanted me to push, would you please describe it for us?
Oh, it's a stunner. It is
And every
absolute
time
stunner.
I ask Anna to say something, she shoves a giant piece of toast in her mouth. So we're going to give Anna a couple seconds to get through, doing fine, swallowing, not choking, and she's ready to
Do
go.
not die.
So Anna's description of
The new jug.
the new jug.
I get a really explosive blend of Flint,
God, you know this is
pencil eraser.
Oh, pencil eraser.
Uh-huh.
I love chewing on those.
No, it's
Sure.
a lovely. It actually is a really, really nice red blend. I would say it rivals some of Brad's other way more expensive blends.
What? Are
But
you saying that you could afford to drink this on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a great value.
Hey,
But not
thank you, Anna.
but not giving up any of the quality that you love and come
No.
to expect out of Mercury
The
wine.
depth, the complexity of a jug wine. You've never said depth and complexity and jug wine ever in the same sentence, but this one has it.
Actually, mark that one, JJ. It's 6 o'clock and 21 seconds. Grady, that was very.
Brady said something that was
very-
actually on point.
No, I was going to say profound.
What?
Yes.
Not even. Not
That
happening.
is the truth. That
But it is the truth. This blend
no.
crushed me. I
Delicious,
couldn't
fun
believe
things.
And the last blend was so good
It is.
with the big Syrah start. But this guy has depth and complexity, which you just
Wow.
don't expect from a
I
jug wine.
know. All right, so that sounds pretty good, Grady. I'd
does.
probably buy a case or two of that
I'd buy four.
because we do have it in stock. It's
We do.
available. Get these guys to bottle it up.
Yes.
And here's the
I will-
deal:
I will
they're going to be
bottle-
bottled the day that you order them because
That's
that's
right,
how we
'cause
do this
That's
around
how we
here.
roll, kids.
Um,
I sit there and fill your jugs the minute they come in.
That's right. He's so amazing. Way to
I
go,
know.
Grady.
Thank you, Brad.
So good.
I'm always just doing it for you, brother.
Look, Grady actually was at the show 2 weeks in a row without abandoning us.
Without dying or going to Bora Bora or anything fun.
Took a lot of money to keep you alive.
You know, I had Berry Berry
Oh,
at Bora Bora,
did you really?
which is really hard to come to the show.
That was. Is that a limerick?
No, I think that was a what do they call those?
A haiku?
Yes, that's what it was. It was a haiku.
Was that 4554?
No, it was 575.
Then that was a Grady coup.
We call it a groove or a grow groove.
That's
You're a
it.
Jedi.
I know. Of course, we couldn't go an entire show without Star Wars.
We
references.
couldn't.
Fucking fantastic. All right. Way to go, Grady. Way to go, Anna. You guys have gotten everything you needed. Anything else you
I
need
think
in
I've
this show?
tucked in everything I love about my universe.
All
in
right.
Today's show.
Well, here's the most exciting thing is
What is
that
the most
we
exciting
got
thing?
all sorts of great wines for you
We
guys.
do.
As the world is opening up, we are going to continue to be seating you outside. We spent a whole bunch of money on, you can see a part of this tent.
Beautiful tent.
We are going to be seating you outside and doing seated tasting, so please make reservations because you are our friends and family. We want to take care of you. We have limited seating, so we need you to make a reservation.
Oh,
so that we can
and
take care-
barrel tasting
What?
for next weekend for the 12th. We still have a few seats open.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you'd like to come out and drink barrel tasting wines with Kick-Ass Brad,
Or
you can use-
here's what I'm going to throw out.
what are you going to throw out?
You guys know us. You aren't any randos that are watching this. You're our friends. If you want to come up anytime this week, we'll of course taste you on the barrels.
We
and
will?
just make your time. Just
That
let
means
us know.
Grady gets to drink
but-
the barrels at 9 a.m.
You must make sure they're perfect for you.
I
every
do.
day.
I must make
But
sure.
no, but you guys, of course. Hey, the barrels are here. We're doing our thing. Just don't do it at noon on Wednesday. We have a huge crowd.
That's right.
But every other day, we're pretty
Every
much
other day?
open.
Okay.
If you guys can't make it out on either of these weekends because you guys are watching us, you always get something special. So for you, just let us know and we'll make sure we do the barrels for you. But they will be gone on the Sunday after the second barrel tasting because
Okay.
that wine needs to get back in the barrel.
Safe.
so
Gotta
just
go
let
home
us
and
know.
get safe.
Give us a call and we'll take care of it. Gosh, this is, I cannot believe
I
we're.
can't believe we're at the end of the
Oh
show
my God,
already.
it's-
We haven't even done all the fun stuff yet.
Grady was going to make balloon animals.
I was gonna totally make a balloon animal.
I had like 6 more barrels
Easily.
Well, I guess we're going to have to save that for next
We'll
time.
save that for next week.
All right. This has been so much fun. So thank you guys for coming out and visiting us.
Yay!
We've got our little
Yes,
crew
guys.
with us today. They're handling, I believe it's like 64 degrees. and
It
we're
may be.
freezing.
It's
We have
probably like
got
64.
we have
Can
got
you believe how
frozen
cold it is?
people to the core here. All of you folks out there, we are
So we'll see
we
you
are-
next
we are-
month.
California frozen.
That's right.
So next month, I don't even know what day it is, but I'm sure we'll let you know.
I think it's the 18th.
Why did we do that?
Because we did 18-18, but then we smoothed it up to 4, so it's all messed up.
That's the next. No, don't believe that. Believe the next email you get because
Yeah, look at the emails. Check my
We'll do it.
Instagram.
that was the February.
Same Brad
March.
time, same Brad
No, it
channel.
won't be the same time or ever. We're gonna have a different day next month.
Really?
I know.
Do the months change?
They do.
Do they?
Seasons change, Grady.
God.
Seasons change.
Weird.
You know what else?
What?
People change.
Do they?
And so it will not be the same time.
I never
Because
change.
what if we need to do something like this, which is explain to you what the barrels taste like?
Mom's calling.
I know.
She's saying we're going way over. Oh wait,
She says,
it's
I gotta
Aaron
get
Lily.
I get to Jeopardy. Oh, Aaron. Hello, my dear. Grady will get you shortly.
I will be right
But
with
anyway,
you,
this
Cool
has been
Cat.
absolutely fantastic. All sorts of great wine tonight. This is beautiful. You guys,
Great
I
people.
hope everything
Unbelievable
is
people.
fantastic in your world. It is in ours. Come give us a visit.
Thank you. Goodbye, you crazy kids.